Hello, good morning. I'm back from yoga very early this morning, and I thought I've been wanting to make a quick video for everybody just on my juicer. I get this question a lot. And let me know in the comments who's juicing, what are you juicing, and any questions you have about that. But today I'm going to share my favorite juicer that I've had for quite a few years. And then also a little bit about my celery juice routine, because I'm sure most of you may have heard about juicing celery, how amazing it is, and I personally have found a lot of health benefits through that. So anyway, let's get started. And I'm sorry my glasses are glaring, the beautiful sun is coming in the window here. So anyway, thanks for joining live. Brad Lacey, hi bud. Thanks for being here. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. And here we go. So I'm gonna start by sharing this juicer with you guys. Let's see, I'll lift it up so you can see a little bit better. It's the, here we go. It's the Omega Vert Upright Juicer, and it's part of the VSJ series. I'm just gonna take it apart a little bit for you. And one of the reasons I like it is it's pretty simple. It comes apart like this. It's easy to clean. You know, for the most part, all juicers have a little bit of, cleaning and scrubbing of a mesh required. This is it's all BPA free. It's a slow masticating juicer, which means it's going to not heat up, and you're going to get more nutrients from your juice if it's a slow masticating juicer. This isn't the auger part that goes inside. You just put it together like this. This is a little bowl, the chute where the celery pulp comes out, and this is the part where the juice comes. Now, I'm missing the little lid piece on here, but the company makes it really easy to order parts that need replacing. Like I'll need to get some more of these little wings too, see how they're, juicing celery, because it has such a high mineral salt content, it tends to, you just get a residue sometimes. So in another video, I'll show you guys how I clean it really well, like once every couple of months or so, depending upon how often you use it. You can soak it and do a really deep cleaning. Usually I just, spray it off with my sprayer. I get a little scrub brush that fits in there, and rinse it, put it back together for the next morning. And then in this particular juicer, now I like to store celery. This is a Rubbermaid container, and I don't like using plastic. It's BPA free, but and it has lasted me a really long time. So I really try to do my best in not using plastic for the environment. But so this is what a celery stalk or bunch would look like, of course, when you're starting out. And I'm just going to show you what I do, which is I take the tops off just a little bit. I don't like to waste too much of the celery, so just to get the dry tops gone. And then I'll just take a little bit, like just a 1/4 inch off of the bottom, just enough, even just like that, just as little as possible, so you can really keep all this good juicy celery ends, and then again at the tops. Hey Helen, thanks for tuning in. I'm doing my celery juice demo. That's my sister Helen. She actually got a juicer. You'll have to put in the comments how your juicer, she found one that is quite a good deal. I'm not sure how often you're using it or what you think about it, but I love to hear about your juicer, sis. So here's, then what the celery will look like. And I put it in a strainer like this, and then I just, rinse it off with my sprayer with some cold water. And if there's any spots on it, I'll just, any damage or any places where it looks like it might be going bad, I'll just take those off with my knife. There's a little bit right there just to clean it up a bit. And then I rinse it, toss it in a container like this, stick it in the fridge, and I'll usually prep like 2 or 3 of these at one time, just so I have some ready. So I'm going to go ahead and show, let's see, I forgot to grab a couple things here. So I use mason jars a lot. Those of you that know me, I know I use a lot of mason jars. So I'm going to use this mason jar. This is exactly 16 ounces, and that's the recommended amount in the morning. So what I would do is have my lemon water when I get up. This morning I went to go work out. Now I'm gonna have my celery juice, and then I'll do a smoothie. So you wanna wait 20 to 30 minutes after you drink your lemon water or anything else that's liquid, because that just, if you're gonna take all the time to juice the celery, then you really want to reap its full healing benefits. And those benefits occur on an empty stomach, and we don't want to dilute it with water or anything else. So wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before eating or drinking anything, before and after your celery. I'm gonna grab the little catch container here for the pulp, and then I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like. Who's juicing celery? Let me know. Let me know if you are, and the benefits you may be experiencing. So, and I've used this juicer a couple of different ways. I started out chopping the celery when I first got it, and I thought, you know what? I'm sure it'll be fine if I just go like this, you know, stick it in and the whole stalk into the feed chute there and juice it that way. And that does work, but it tends to, because the strings in the celery are so long, it tends to clog up the juicer a little bit. Hey Melissa, thanks for tuning in. Showing my celery juice routine. So I actually think that by chopping it first, just in like 1/8 pieces, just fairly small chop, makes it go faster than sitting there and waiting for the big stalk to go through. It seems like it would be quicker to do that, but you can just do one stalk at a time. It does get clogged up if you try to do more than that typically. So I just go through and I chop it, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you my favorite. This is my all-time favorite knife. It's a shun knife. It's a Japanese knife, and I think this is called a Santoku blade. It's squared off like that, and I just love it. So I'm just gonna go through and chop up this celery, and then we'll run it through the juicer, and I'll show you guys kind of what that looks like. And there are juicers out there that you can, you know, stick the whole fruit into. I haven't experimented with those. This juicer is just a really great all-around juicer for fruit and vegetables. And I'm gonna put this strainer on top of I'll show you guys after. I like to put a strainer on top of the mason jar. Like I mentioned, I need to replace those little flaps, so sometimes some pulp gets in there. And it's just nice to have a really clean juice. This is like medicine. So, hey Mikey, long time, man. I hope you're doing good. Whitney, thanks for logging on. So happy to see you here and watching. So anyway, we're doing my celery juice routine. So I'm just feeding it into the feed chute. I wish you guys could see a little bit of what that looks like. You know, I'm just scooping it in there. It's nice that, you know, there is a wide area up here, so I can just go ahead and drop it in. And it also feeds itself, so I don't have to stand there with a stalk and, you know, feed it in there. I just slice it up quickly. And don't add anything to your celery juice. Just make it just plain is the medicine. So you want to get the full benefit. It's an herb, and it is powerful medicine. So you just think of it this way. This is probably the single most important thing you can do for your health on a daily basis, truly. If you don't have time for a smoothie or anything else, get your celery juice in, some water when you wake up, because that really helps your liver, which does all its cleansing at night. And if you give it that extra time in the morning where you're not consuming any fats or you know, heavy foods, just keep it to fruits and vegetables, get your juices in, and your liver will just continue doing its work, which is what we want, because we are exposed to so many toxins every single day. In the air we breathe, and the water, and the food we eat, pumping gas at the gas station, those fumes. Our livers hang on to, you know, sense fragrances, room fresheners, all those chemicals. Our liver just stores that stuff. So we want to do our best to let it detox, and if you can do fruits and veg like until noon even, then that gives it that much more time. As soon as you introduce protein, it needs to kick into bile mode and start digesting those heavier foods. So anyway, here we are. It's about one stalk or one bunch of celery to make 16 ounces of juice. The juice is full up here. So this is what came through this strainer. Not too much, and I just like to just pat it down a little bit. You can use a spoon or something. My hands aren't clean. So not a lot of pulp, just pretty fine. And this is what came off of the celery. I'm just gonna stick that in there for now. And I have this beautiful glass of juice. A little full. So that is the celery juice front. That's how I start my morning. And you know, it does take a little bit of time, but if you start experimenting with celery juice, I really believe your cravings, like if you have a routine now where you're doing coffee every morning, start weeding yourself off and introduce the celery juice. I found that it helps with cravings. It's just all around medicinal healer for your gut, for your liver, for just so many things. And maybe I'll post a link below where you could learn more about it. And I'll post a link to the juicer too. If you guys have any questions, post in the comments. What are your questions about celery juice or any kind of juicing that you're doing? What's a juicer that you like? Any other juicer recommendations? I'm always looking at new stuff. This is one I've had for, gosh, it might even be 10 years. I think it's just out of warranty. So, but I have had parts replaced on this thing. I dropped the auger and it broke, and they sent me a new one. So I really like this Omega brand. They also have a horizontal kind of juicer. It may be a little less expensive. That one will work too. So yeah, check it out, you guys. Let me know what's going on. And hey, Bill, logging off here, but thank you for logging on. And for those of you watching the replay, appreciate it. Thanks for catching me. And if you have any questions at all, send me a message or type in the comments. Okay, love you and have a wonderful Wednesday, midday of the week. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friend. Mwah.